opening statement today, just your reaction to picking up your first GNAC win of the year and in a condensed 6-week format for the conference schedule this year.
Well, you get the win, and that's exactly what you're working hard to do. All the preparation, all the planning, everything goes from, you look at a full calendar year, you're putting all the pieces together to consistently win. And so to come out of the first week of GNAC play with a win puts you in the right position where you want to be. This is I've said it over and over. It's a very tough league. There's outstanding talent in every opponent, outstanding coaching. We're very proud of this victory. I understand that it was a collective team effort, and I'm really proud to be able to also just get on the win. I'm very happy with the way the growth of the team's going. And so, but once again this next week, we have another great opponent coming to town. So it's right back to work now.
Any concerns of kind of how the way the game went? Once again you got out to that big lead, and Central Washington came back at you in the second half, but you were able to put that drive at the end of the game.
Well, I don't know if it's concerns. I think it's more of par for the course for the way the league goes. We know as a program that every opponent we face is going to give us the best shot, but also that's a 4-quarter game. I mean, we've been on the other side, the victors of it also when it comes to last year, Simon Fraser, where we're down 23-3, and we came back and won the ball game. So I think it speaks a lot to the talent of our league, speaks a lot to the competition of our league. I think every fan out there that comes to a GNAC contest understands a lot more that, man, this is outstanding football, and they want to be a part of it. I think every time we do play and somebody gets the first time watching us or watching the GNAC contest, the GNAC continue to pick up more fans out there to see the style, the caliber of competition, the stadium atmospheres that the fans really want when they take their kids, their families, their friends. You walk away from a GNAC contest just feeling like, man, I got my fill of college football, and I'm really happy with it. So as a football coach, you always know there's room for your team to grow, and then we would like to be able to continue to take next steps forward and limit the penalties that happened also in the second half, and there's a few in the first half that we need to limit. I'm not very well pleased with that. So we're going to continue to pay attention to details when it comes to why those things are occurring. But in the big picture, you're happy for the win, and now it gives you a chance to keep growing.
Now talk about this week, not so much the opponent, but just the short week. This is your second Thursday game, but you basically had all summer to kind of get ready for that game. Now now you're having played Saturday and coming back Thursday. It's
a unique experience, one that's not too new for college football these days. Collectively across the country, a lot of teams are having to do this. And so I think what's great about it is you do get a chance to play right away. I think that the kids and the coaches love the game. So hey, we don't have to wait a full week to do it. There are some unique changes that have to happen when you do play a Thursday coming off of it. First one is just making sure your team is well rested. You're making sure your team is the preparation of it, focusing on what do you need to make sure you get done with. Particularly this Monday is like a Wednesday. And so it accelerates the preparation process, but I think with the coaches, the strategies that the staff's put together, I feel like our kids will be well prepared for this Thursday night.
And talk a little about this week's opponent. I mean, obviously it's a team you played, and they beat you. Is there just some extra focus, extra to detail this week?
I think it's when you have a chance to play another team, again that season, and you do get to focus even more. But I think where our mindset is here at this program is just if you have a game this week, you need to have a great focus. The goals we want to accomplish are on a grand national scale. We understand that in order to accomplish those type of goals, you need to have a moment-by-moment, day-by-day focus of excellence. And so we are constantly striving to grow ourselves and our program into that mindset. It doesn't matter what the opponent's name is or or where we go in the country to go play a game. It's that drawing out that excellence every single day. I think you've got to take caution if you are somebody or a group or a team that needs a certain opponent to get you elevated for your game, and then it becomes an up and down roller coaster ride that whole season. So for us, it really is all about us and how we prepare ourselves. And this week is like no other. Is that we've got big goals that we have yet to achieve, and we're clawing and scratching to go and get closer and closer to those goals. We are passionate about them. We are convicted about them. And so this week provides us another opportunity to keep getting better.
And what do you have to do differently in this game that obviously didn't get done in the first game?
Well, I think defensively, you need to make sure you handle, which is a very outstanding zone offense that they run. I think their players understand what they need to do. I think they're very well coached that. You need to be able to handle their offense. Their offense is doing a good job of taking care of the football and moving it and consistently moving it. Their defense is probably one of the best right now in the whole GNAC. The way they're playing, the focus, their D-line, they're playing great football. So we understand that once again, you just got to make sure you put your best offensive plan together. And then I think special teams, they have a outstanding punter who helps control that field position battle. So all three phases have got to be successful for us this week. And so we need to make sure that as we prepare today and then for the days we do have, put our eyes on the right attention to details. Now, you can't look at the full scope of it all. You got to make sure you prioritize what needs to get accomplished with each practice and each meeting.
Okay, thanks.
And Coach, offensively, last year Terrell Watson was held under 100 yards both times he faced Central Washington. Right. What changed this past week that allowed him to get going so early?
Well, Terrell continues to grow as a football player as well as a person. And so one of the things I think that this year is different than last year for Terrell is his understanding of defenses. I think his football IQ is exponentially grown in his whole time here, but particularly in his last couple of years, to where he's been the feature of the offense. And so he's really taken it upon himself to learn more football. And going into this year, he has an ability to identify pre-snap defenses, what they're trying to do. And then what's even really great is post-snap, he's able to adapt very quickly with what he wants to accomplish and with how he fits into the whole scheme where the O-line is blocking. And so that football IQ, I think, is a big thing that's understated as his year continues to progress.
Talk about turnovers a little bit. You came away with 3 last week, especially in the first half since Central Washington, 4th down stops. Mm-hmm. How important are turnovers in these type of games?
One of the things that it's not new and everybody understands, but it's about getting the football. It's about the football. Take care of it. The more times you have the football than the other opponent has the football, that your odds of scoring and winning the game go way up. So it is a passionate focus of ours to get the ball back as a defense, and so that can happen in a 3-down stop. It can happen in a long drive, but you get the ball back without them scoring. It can happen through interceptions. In this case, back-to-back offensive plays at Central Washington, we were able to get the ball back right away. And there was an intentional focus that the group has, that the coaching staff puts together. So those type of turnovers, we don't want to leave them a chance. And I think this week particularly showed that the work came through about how hard we work on creating turnovers. And so that's going to be a big thing for us down the road, down the stretch, because as it goes into the seasons begin to change and the weather begins to change, taking care of that football, getting that football back for our offense is just, we're hungry for that, and it's a big passion for ours.
And then, Coach, just post-game, how quickly did your team turn the page from the Central Washington win and start thinking about Humboldt State, given the short week that you have?
Well, I think the short week, with the maturity of our team, the short week, they understand what's going on. Is that we want to continue to take this thing forward and pushing it as far as it can go, and so they know with the short week, they're right back on it. I think they've already been having dialogue amongst themselves. We have a great senior leadership. We have a great core of juniors in here on our team as well. They're just excited for the next game, and they understand now, which I'm really love coaching this group, is the culturally wise, their responsibility that the players have to this group, to this win, to the next victory. And so that responsibility really shows through in just their maturity to say, let's turn the page and keep working. So, and that's really what we're trying to create in here is young men that can have that mindset to keep growing and keep turning the page and keep working for the next goal, rather than trying to exist in an accomplishment.
Can you talk about the familiarity of the opponent, and what are some of the keys to this week's game?
Well, our two programs have got a long history, and we're the only 2 Division II schools in the whole state of California. they our familiarity goes way back, and so it's always a great game. I think that familiarity bodes well for a great respect for each other. Bodes well for obviously a great football environment when when the two teams play. I mean, for them coming to our house, this is probably because we're in Southern California. It's one of the only times that their families get a chance to see them play. So that's going to bring out a great crowd base. It's Humboldt. It's a great game. It's great. It's a great environment. So we can't wait, and we expect the student to come on out to have a full blackout this Thursday night football. I mean, it's where you want to be in Southern California.
And then at halftime of this game, a couple of recent inductees to the NAIA Hall of Fame from Azusa Pacific. One is men's track and field head coach Kevin Reed. The other is actually one of your athletic trainers, but assistant athletics director April Hoy. They'll be honored at halftime, working in the same department as them. What do you admire about them? What's special about this type of honor for them, and being able to recognize them at your game this Thursday?
When I think of those two names, it's just consistent excellence. Kevin and April have been here for a while in this department, and they've been pillars in this department to help it become so nationally recognized. With Kevin, with his multiple national championships as a track and field coach, also the multiple athletes that he's helped develop to get to that next level. I have great respect for how he is able to really mature a young person's talent to maximize it. And I also just appreciate the consistency of his excellence. And April's for her, she is an amazing leader, amazing administrator, and she's had to take a smaller athletic training department and grow it into a nationally recognized department to where she's published now nationally, and she continues to have a hunger and grow to be the very best. If she's a tireless work ethic, that in the days that I probably feel a little tired, kind of ask her about her day, and then it's like, okay, I've got no excuse. So she's, her and Kevin both are amazing associates to work with every single day, and inspires me to keep getting better, keep growing as a coach, keep putting the best foot forward. And so, I'm really proud to be able to work with them.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.